All right, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 127. Now, last week I said I was going to come back and do a review on. Well, I said I was going to be on the road and I was going to run into this run, roll right past this old house that got this big pipe, and you see this guy throwing things down his pipe looking very suspect, Yeah, throwing things stained in red down the pipe. He got a big ass truck that he's chasing me down with. Yeah, well, anyway, yeah. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those eyes? That movie. Yep. 2001. Yep. Written and directed by Victor Salva, starring Gina Phillips. She looks good, yeah. Gina Phillips, Justin Long, Jonathan Breck, Eileen Brennan, just to name a few. Well, yeah, this movie though, you know, week week 3 of October, and I'm talking about Jeepers Creepers. But yeah, I tell you, this movie though, yeah, it, it had its moments, It had its moments. I wouldn't be talking about this movie if I didn't find something that I really liked about it. But yeah, it did have its moments. So it was it's a pretty creepy movie. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. It's a creepy movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Seriously, yeah. It's a pretty creepy movie. It's a pretty creepy movie. Yeah. Say that 3 times fast. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, it's you know, you know, imagine you're traveling alone, open country road, you you alone, or you're with your brother or sister, and you're just driving down the road. Next thing you know, you're being chased down by this big ass truck that came out of nowhere, and it's just completely harassing you from behind. You're trying to you're panicking. You don't know what the hell this guy is doing. You know what this movie reminded me of? The opening sequence. The whole driving and the whole panicking and everything like that. You know what this movie reminded me of? It reminded me of Duel. Yeah, that old horror movie back in the 70s, movie called Duel. It reminded me of that. You got these people, they're driving. Next thing you know, they're being terrorized by this guy in this big ass truck. Yeah, it remind me of that. Exactly a Duel, but obviously this is not that case. But yeah, I tell you though, it's crazy though. It's just real. It's a real crazy. It's a real crazy concept. At first, like I said, it had its moments. It gave you a nice little suspenseful thriller. It's yeah, you're driving down the road, and you get harassed by this guy. Next thing the guy, he passes you and he keeps going, and then he you see where he was at. You see when you see where his destination was. Now you're slowly driving by his destination, and you can see him at work. Yeah, carrying a load of something wrapped in a white sheet, and it got some red stains on it, looking very suspect here. Yeah, he carrying that. He's throwing it down the pipe. I mean, aggressively throwing it down the pipe. Went back, grabbed it, but hey, he stops and he sees the people there. He was terrifying. Yeah, so he throws that down the pipe, turns around, and he sees them just drive away slowly. I mean, that is some crazy ass, scary shit right there. I mean, you see somebody, yeah, you see somebody working. You're driving by. You see them working, and next thing you know, they stop what they're doing. They're busy as hell, but they stop what they're doing to acknowledge you. Now they're coming to get you. Okay, this guy, he got back in his truck and he came speeding right down the road. I mean, they're already gone. They already, pedal to the metal out of there. But this guy, he is right there on their ass quick. What the hell he got in that thing? He got souped up. I mean, he is just pedal to the floor. Boom. Give them some more fear. But I tell you though, real good concept, real good execution. As far as the first 20 minutes to the half hour, and this is a 90-minute movie. I tell you though, yeah, yeah, yeah. But then again, it started to lose steam. I think when they got to the diner, these two characters, Trisha and Derry, Derry and his older sister Trisha, you know, Trisha and Derry Jenner. No relation to Kendall and Kylie, but yeah, Trisha and Derry Jenner. Yeah, when they got to the diner, and because Derry, he found something inside that church. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm going in a mixed bag here. I'm pulling shit out, but I'll get to the reason. But yeah, yeah. I think it fell apart when they went to the diner because they got that mysterious phone call, and yeah, the payphone at the diner calls them all of a sudden out of the blue. They get this mysterious phone call, and they get this old woman on the phone. Older woman. She's not exactly old woman. She's an older woman on the phone, and he's asking them, and she asking, have they seen the cats yet? Yeah, he and his sister haven't seen the cats. She saw them with a bunch of cats. And then she called him by his name. Yeah, Derry? Huh? I mean, that's what things started it was starting to form. It was starting to really set shape now. It's starting to form on you. And yeah, it was really starting to come into its own a little bit. But yeah, as the movie went on though, it was starting to as the movie went on, it was starting to form, but it was starting to unravel as also, the suspenseful feel that we had in the beginning. It wasn't it wasn't quite there. Even when they tried to build it back up, it wasn't. It just wasn't the same anymore. It just didn't feel the same. So I tell you, man, this movie, it is a mixed bag. You know, I mean, this guy Salva, he put something in there. He pulled it out, and it just wasn't pretty. But yeah, I tell you though. But yeah, what he found in because after after this guy ran him off the road, ran him off the road, he kept going. They went back to see what was he dumping down that pipe. So when they went back and they saw, you know, when they went back, they to investigate the pipe, they Derry, he accidentally fell right in, and he's he wound up in the basement of what was an old church. So yeah, he looking around, he's seeing that you're not seeing much. Next thing you know, yeah, you see well, first of all, he heard, he was screaming, hello down there, you know, didn't hear nothing, and then he heard a slight sound of somebody saying help. Yeah, so he went back, and he started to scream again, hello, hello, so and then he wanted to go down there. Yeah, his sister Trisha, yeah, she's smarter, so she tried to stop him. She tried to stop him, but Derry, this guy Derry, he really wanted to get in there. So yeah, grab him by the feet. He tried to get down there. He got his old trusty flashlight, but then he sees all rats coming at him. Yeah, so yeah, he's panicking. She's trying to hold his feet. Next thing you know, she loses her grip. He slides right down the pipe. Rats is coming at her. You know what I mean? Oh boy, yeah, it was crazy. It was that was nice little um chaotic situation there. I mean, for the opening of this movie, that was a real good chaotic situation. But what he found down that basement of that old church, you know, what he found down there, you know, one of the bags, it was pretty much a a body bag. It was a sheet wrapped around, roped around. So yeah, so next thing you know, an arm came out, grabbed him by his grabbed him by his leg, Yeah, so yeah, he sees that yeah, he sees that he opens up the sheet and he sees that there's a dead there's a half dead person in there. He's not quite alive, but he's not quite not quite dead yet. But he's have no color whatsoever. And lips is all black. I mean, next thing he yeah, he was dying, and then he just died, and then you rip the Gary ripped the sheet open, and you see that this guy is stitched up, like not even surgically, professionally stitched up, but he is just stitched up, from neck all the way down. Yeah, he tears it open, he just sees his body all stitched up. Yeah, so he takes he has his flashlight, he looks around, and he sees preserved bodies 100% preserved. They've been dead for a long time, but they are preserved and they're stuck on the wall. 100% just stuck on the wall. They're sold there on the wall, mounted, sold on the wall. This whole basement. So yeah, he sees a dead couple. The story. They hear the story of a dead couple that died on the road. One lost her head. Well, yeah, he saw the dead couple sold up on the wall, and the girl lost her head. Well, she had her head surgically sewed right back on. I tell you, that is some freaky, sick ass shit. Yeah, so there he turns around and he sees that not only that there are more dead bodies, preserved dead bodies, is on the wall, but they're all over the ceiling too, looking like a sick ass version of the Sistine Chapel. You know, so he sees all of this horror, sees all of this horror, and now this kid's completely freaked out. Yeah, so found a way back up. He told his sister, they gotta get out of there. So, you know, yeah. So yeah, that's when they went to the diner, which a diner called the police. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, this thing, this person, dumping bodies down there. We later finds out that this thing is it's an ancient evil, some type of ancient evil from some place and time, an evil creature that shows up every 23 years. He awakens every 23 years. Just so, well, what do you do when you wake up, besides go and take a piss? Or scratch. What do you do when you wake up? Gotta make yourself some breakfast, right? So yeah, he wakes up every 23 years, every 23 springs, every 23rd spring. It has to be in the springtime too, not the summer, not the winter or fall. It has to be in the springtime. This guy, he got a very specific time schedule on him. So yeah, every single 23rd spring, he wakes up and he eats. He just eats. He just goes out, eat people, eat things that he likes about certain people that he hunts down, and he senses them by their fear. He hunts them down, smells their fear, and licks whatever he likes about them. And then that's when he eats them. And if this thing gets damaged, if it gets hurt anyway, well, guess what? He's just going to heal himself up. How? Well, let's just say that he got hit by a car. Let's say that he got hit by a car, knocks his ass down, and the person in the car, let's call her Trish, she runs his ass over. Not just once, not just twice, but multiple times, Jack. Runs his ass over till there's nothing left of him. The fucking leg is severed, arm is fucked up. Runs his ass over. Runs his ass over again. Well, now that his leg is fucked up, now that his arm is fucked up, he barely got anything going for him. He have to eat certain parts of the human anatomy just so he can gain back that piece that he lost. He need an arm. He eats an arm so it can grow back. He get another one. You know, he lost his leg. He going to eat another leg so it will grow back and gain another one. You know. See, I tell you, yeah, this movie, like I said, it's very unique. It's a mixed bag. It will go one place and then it'll go another. It's uh, but once it is explained, it started to get more confusing because this female psychic named Giselle Gay Hartman, she shows up out of nowhere. Oh yeah, she was a chick on the phone, by the way. But yeah, she shows up out of nowhere, and then she tries to she's psychic, right? I mean, she tries to tell them what she saw in her dreams, and yeah, she saw one of them screaming in a dark room, screaming the last scream they'll ever scream. You know, she saw them doing that, and she hears the old song, Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those eyes? She hears that song on the old phonograph. That's a record player with a huge speaker, a huge, not just a huge speaker, but you seen trombones, right? Well, that not trombone, the tuba. You see that thing, that big round thing, that big round brass thing. It's basically a tuba sitting attached to an old record player, and that's exactly what a phonograph is. That's what I got of it anyway. But yeah, she hears that song, on a record, it's on a phonograph and it's playing. This is what she's saying. She sees this in her dreams, but she don't see everything. It's like watching a movie. There's parts missing sometimes. Boy, tell me about it. I think she just broke the fourth wall because there are parts missing in this fucking movie. But I digress. But yeah, I tell you though, man, this movie though, yeah, like I said, it's a mixed bag. It has something. It has something, but it will lose it as the story goes on. I tell you, this guy Victor Salva, he tried to do something different. I know that. I mean, yeah, this character, the Creeper, this ancient creature from some place, some time, it's probably some type of Lovecraftian creature, it comes from some type of dark dimension, whatever, you know, whether it's straight from a demon straight from hell, whatever it is. Two more movies that came after this, and they still didn't give any type of explanation of what the fuck this thing is. So what it is and what it came from. Okay, so yeah, like I said, there's something about this movie that I did like. That's why I'm reviewing it. Yeah, I tell you though, it's confusing as hell, but it's pretty good in some parts, some ways. And yeah, you know, this character, the Creeper, it was supposed to be the next great horror icon. I mean, it's supposed to take place of Freddy and Jason. It's supposed to be up there with the heavyweights. Immediately, this movie comes out immediately. This type of character is supposed to be up there with the heavyweights of Krueger and Voorhees and Myers and Leatherface and Chucky. Supposed to be up there with the heavyweights. But yeah, yeah, it's one of those movies that should have ended at one. Just like Child's Play, just like Candyman. One of those movies that should have ended at one. Okay, did not need Jeepers Creepers 2. Okay, As much as I liked that line on the bus, either one gave major tongue action to him. We all saw it. As much as I liked that line, we did not need that movie. The movie was okay, but still, we did not need that movie, and we damn sure didn't need Jeepers Creepers 3. Okay, I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Really? Really? Okay. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Not reviewing those movies. I mean, Jeepers Creepers 2. Yeah, it was okay, but it's. Mm, okay. Yeah. 3 out of 5. This movie, I rated it 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. You know. Yeah. He, damn thing. It was hunting Trisha and Derry, and didn't want Trisha, even though she tried to get a deal out of it. She tried to make a trade. Tried to bargain with him. I guess this thing is like the Terminator. You can't be bargained with. You can't be reasoned with. He doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear because he feeds off fear. So it absolutely will not stop ever until you are eaten by this thing. So yeah, it yeah, it gives itself a 23-year vacation. Next thing every spring, from March 21st all the way down to June 21st, he is in season and he got to go and get something to eat for 23 straight days. But yeah, I tell you though, yep, 20 must be his lucky number. But yeah, I tell you, a 3 out of 5. When he got Trisha and Derry, didn't want Trisha. She tried to reason with him, tried to bargain with him. He tried to you know trade her life for her brother's, but no, that shit wasn't working. So yeah, he flew away with Derry. She's not gonna see him again, even if she does come back for Jeepers Creepers 4. Even if there is gonna be a Jeepers Creepers 4, you know, she's not gonna see him again. It's over. This review was over. Yeah, where'd you get those peepers? Where'd you get those eyes? He got them from Derry. That's how the movie ended, yo. Yep. Derry has no eyes. No, the back of his head completely scooped out. Yeah, the creeper. Yeah, he got a new set of eyes, and it's Derry's. That's how the movie ended. Yeah, I'm sorry I spoiled it for you if you have not seen it. If you have not seen this goddamn movie, why the fuck you watch this review? So yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, like I said before, this thing's a mixed bag. Good in the beginning, confusing as hell at the middle to the end. Giselle did not add anything to this damn story, and yeah, it's a 3 out of 5. An average 3 out of 5. I mean, I gave it credit. Average 3 out of 5. I'm not even mad about it. I mean, it looked like I'm mad about it, but I'm not even mad about it. It looked like I was ranting about it, but you have not seen me rant. But yeah, it's an average 3 out of 5. That's all I can really do. That's all I really can say about it. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week is going to be Vampire Week, and I'm going to come back with a vampire movie. Yeah, a group of vampires go upstate, way upstate, all the way up to a state where you can where you can see Russia from your house. So yeah, check out my other shit right here and subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, This show is